On Maryland's Eastern Shore, a new type of learning is taking place, one that blends creativity, curiosity, and community. We're shining a spotlight on a remarkable initiative that's empowering young minds through education and imagination. Joining me today is Dr. Kerber from Minds in Motion Children's Museum. Dr. Kerber, tell us more about Minds in Motion and why a children's museum is important to the Eastern Shore.
Minds in Motion was started by our president, Vera Ogburn, who was on a family vacation and took her kids to a children's museum, I think in Harrisonburg. And a children's museum is a touch everything place. She went in and said, we really need to have one of these on the Eastern Shore. And she came back, mobilized people, called people she knew. So through painful hard work, she started 8 years ago. It's taken 8 years to progress to this point. And we have reached out to the community and offered all kinds of activities throughout Wicomico County and really the Eastern Shore.
So tell me a little bit more about STEM.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math, and it's become a very common acronym in the schools. And so the plug was I'd say for at least the last 25 years, was to integrate more of the technical skills into our schools. So if you walk into any classroom today, it's not at all uncommon to see children talking to each other, problem solving, interacting, reporting out, and it's a much more engaging, fulfilling thing. And actually the data shows that children who are exposed to that kind of thinking, they stay in school longer, they take higher level classes, they tend to do better, they're much better at developing tolerance for new ideas, including others, jump-starting their brain to accept ideas that they hadn't really thought of before.
Wonderful. So what age children attend the museum?
Our museum right now, our activities are geared pretty much for children 3 through 12. For the average children museum, it starts very young, and it's a place for them to come and mature. Summer camps, after-school programs, birthday parties, event centers, corporate training. It's just a beehive of activity with the child in mind.
And where is the new location for the Children's Museum going to be?
Our museum will be on the grounds of the Salisbury Zoo. Mayor Taylor has been extremely helpful in identifying this place. It takes 8 to 10 years to start a museum. And that's if you're able to move relatively quickly in getting a building. And so they're building a 6,500 square foot, 2-story building and donating money that would launch our exhibits. And the exhibits are made by fabricators with children in mind. They're costly, but they are extremely well-researched, and it's like walking into a box of crayons. It's just one thing after another. And sometimes people confuse a children's museum with like a fun space, like Chuck E. Cheese. It's not that. It is a hands-on, interactive, you're going to do something. So it's always, always, always with the idea in mind of how can we get kids to take a next step in developing some reasoning skills, some critical thinking skills.
Oh, wonderful. And how can we help?
This is a nonprofit, and so the key words in a nonprofit are volunteer and donate. We're always looking for volunteers for our events. I think another thing is to really give some thought. I've had people say to me, well, why do we need a children's museum? I didn't have that when I was growing up. No, we didn't have a lot of things when we were growing up, but life has changed and children have changed. And when one thinks about, well, what mark do I want to leave on my community? What do I want my legacy to be? There's no greater investment than children. So volunteering to invest your time, and also money is a very good way to do it. We will be having sponsorships of various exhibits that we have, but those kinds of sponsorships are very, very important. And again, it is not just a flash in the pan, it is a lifetime investment, because that museum will be standing for many, many years. So the children that are benefiting from it now, their children and one day their grandchildren will be able to say, I was visiting at the Minds in Motion Children's Museum.
Dr. Kerber, tell us about the importance of play.
Play is a child's work, and play develops a lot of higher order thinking skills, critical thinking, decision making, problem solving, tolerance, acceptance, inclusion, and it really gets kids to thinking. When children are busy with their hands and problem solving, it develops the brain and develops pathways for being able to achieve in higher level classes. That's the benefit for the children. For the community, it adds to their revenue, it adds to employment, it adds to the tax base. It's one of the top 10 indicators of what brings people to a new community to live. And also, it promotes a sense of community that people will say, what's going on today at the Children's Museum? What kind of exhibits can we go and look at? This is a touch everything museum where families and children can interact together and learn and develop creativity, imagination, discovery, problem solving, and many other skills.
We're so excited as a community to see this Children's Museum, Minds in Motion, come to fruition. Thank you. It's a beautiful example of how education, imagination, and community come together for a brighter future for our children. I'm Michelle Nichols, your host on the American Dream TV.